Welcome to Ashton Gate for our final home game before Christmas. Now Bristol take on Bedford Blues in the first of back-to-back games in the B&I Cup. Now let's hand over to Tom in the commentary box to see if they can translate their league form into the Cup.
Thank you, Georgia. Well, as you can see, 13 changes for Bristol as Andy Robinson shuffles his pack. George Watkins earns his second outing of the season on the wing after impressing in the A-League. And Jamal Ford-Robinson regains his place in the front row and lines up alongside Ellis Genge and captain Ross McMillan. Academy lock John Hawkins is listed among the replacements and could make his competitive debut if he comes on off the bench tonight. About 7 metres from the Bedford line then. McMillan holds the ball above his head and calls to go to Townsend at the back. And Bristol set a drive. Familiar sound of heave around Ashton Gate. And they've started marching towards the line, albeit sideways, 5 metres out now. Bristol break off, powering towards the line. Surely are over here for the first score of the night. They are. That dominance up front showing once again Josh Ovens playing in the 7 shirt and the beneficiary of some hard work from the forwards. A good drive from 7 or 8 metres out. Moved sideways and forwards towards the posts. Fractured and powered over the Bedford line and get Bristol off the mark. And of course Jarvis slots the conversion. Bristol up to 7. First opportunity for points for Bedford then, and Miles Dorian slots the kick between the posts. 7-3 the score. Bristol awarded a penalty at the last drive. They set another one. They'll either be looking for the try here or another penalty. Cries of heave from the crowd once again, and the home side begin to do that. Bedford do all they can to stop it, but it's too powerful once again. It's Academy prop Ellis Genge who crosses with the ball in his hands. And Bristol have scored 2 tries in this first half already, both coming from the forwards through drives. A penalty moments earlier gave him the confidence to once again go to touch and set another more. And it was Ellis Genge in possession. Hampson. Bristol try and make something happen here. Jarvis, little dink through, beautifully weighted for Arscott back inside. And Bristol are carving towards the line. It's Ben Moss is on the end of a wonderful carving move from the Bristol backs. Adrian Jarvis once again with a deft kick. Worked so well over the last few weeks for him. He started that move. Bristol were given an advantage. A free play for the home side, and it was only a matter of time before the back sliced through the Bedford defence. Jarvis's conversion is good. Brings the score to 19-3. This for the bonus point then. Bristol just about secure the line up. Try and set a drive. McMillan joins the back. It's Genge who's standing at the back. Hampson looks like he might be trying to dig the ball out. Genge still in control though. And the forwards are powering towards the Bedford line. Surely over in that corner. And the referee is going to have a word with his touch judge. I couldn't see anything go over from here. Tries awarded. And Ellis Genge gets his second try of the night. And Bristol's bonus point. Bristol's forwards with all the dominance. Forwards lock horns again. Bedford get the ball in and Bristol try and shove. Get the shove on this near side. And the loose head, and it's picked up at the back by Andy Uren. For the line, underneath the posts. A wonderful opportunist try. Pick the ball up off the back of a Bedford scrum. And just about squeezed over the line. It wasn't for the Bedford defence trying to stop him, but he wriggled out of those tackles and eventually worked his way over the line for his debut try for Bristol. Adrian Jarvis adds the extras. and Bristol have their first score of the second half. Long ball from McMillan to Sorensen. Ovens, this time in the middle of there, so Bristol truck the ball up. Looks like Genge at the back for his hat-trick. A man of the match performance from the young prop. And Bristol continue their rout over Bedford. The forwards just on top form tonight. Yet another well-worked line-out drive, and Josh Ovens, who you're expecting to have the ball passed to him, is superseded by Ellis Genge for his hat-trick. Wonderfully placed kick from Jarvis to make it 38 to Bristol now. Uran gets the ball in. Bristol are going to try and shove from the scrum. It goes to ground though. They'll try and build from the floor. And Bristol, Amesbury trying to create something himself on this wing. Sheedy inside him. Sheedy for the line. A wonderful score. Charlie Amesbury having the insight to dart around the outside of that ruck. And Callum Sheedy running a brilliant supporting line. Amesbury tied in the final two defenders and made it a clean run-in for Callum Sheedy, who's hardly even touched the ball after coming on for Adrian Jarvis. And it's a night for the academy. Ellis Genge with 3. Andy Uren and Callum Sheedy going over as well. And Callum Sheedy does an expert job of converting his own try in this 5-metre channel. Bristol up to 45 now. Driving forwards. That's Josh Ovens in possession at the back. Still Bristol. Tearing forwards. Ovens up to 5 metres. Advantage coming. Bristol tearing forwards. Perenisi in possession of the ball for the line. They're over again. The referee eventually awards it. Another score for the home side. And it's Anthony Perenisi who gets the plaudits this time. Become an absolute rout. And Sheedy converts an expertly taken try from Perenisi to make it 52-3. Just short now, Bedford. Desperately trying to get a try. Brilliantly defended by Bristol, but Bedford eventually get over, much to the disappointment of the home side. Bedford have been trying a long time for that try. Justin Blanchett crossed. Just battering and battering away at the Bristol line. Eventually they were going to get over. It's out wide here potentially. They find it. Clare keeps the ball in hand. Uren, pressure on him, taps the ball backwards and collects beautifully. Needs some support now. Kicks the ball into touch. Sensible decision from Andy Uren to call time on what's been a convincing Bristol display. Disappointed to let that try in at the end, but the academy with a real showing tonight. 3 tries for Ellis Genge, Callum Sheedy and Andy Uren scoring. A wonderful night at Ashton Gate.
Well, an early Christmas present for Bristol then, who secure a bonus point victory over Bedford in the B&I Cup. And you can see all the post-match reaction from tonight's game by clicking here. So next week, Bristol travel to Bedford, but we'll be back here on the 27th as Bristol take on London Welsh back in the league.